Hey there! If you're in Watsonville and you're thinking about dog training, you've come to the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to find a great trainer right here in our town. Someone who can help you and your dog really enjoy everything Watsonville has to offer.
Yeah, who doesn't want this, right? Just being able to enjoy the parks, the trails, all the beautiful spots around Watsonville with a happy, relaxed dog by your side. And you know what? It's totally possible. It really is. It just starts with getting the right kind of training. Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. We'll talk about what training looks like specifically in our town, how to figure out your own goals, and then how to actually find a qualified trainer. We'll also get into what you can expect to pay, some really good questions you should ask, and finally, some great local spots to practice everything you learn.
All right, first section, training in your town. This is all about being a dog owner right here in Watsonville.
You know, good training is so much more than just the basic commands like sit or stay. It's really about being able to share your life here in Watsonville with your dog. Think about it, having those calm walks on the Pajaro River trails, or being able to go to the farmer's market without any drama. And imagine your dog staying focused and relaxed, even with everything going on at the Strawberry Festival. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, so we know why we want to train. Now let's figure out what we want to train. This next part is all about defining your goals, because you really have to know what your dog needs before you start looking for help.
So really, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what are my main goals here? What's the biggest thing I'm hoping to achieve? Is there one particular behavior that's driving you a little crazy? Or maybe you've just brought home a brand new puppy and you want to start off on the right foot.
And a lot of the time, it's one of these things, right? The basics, like obedience or puppy training, or maybe it's something more specific, like your dog pulling on the leash, jumping on guests, or not coming back when you call them. Could even be something tougher, like separation anxiety. Nailing down your specific goal is so helpful because then you can look for a trainer who really knows their stuff in that particular area.
The other big question is, how do you actually want to do this training? You've got options. Group classes are awesome for socializing and learning general manners. Private lessons, well, they're all about that personalized one-on-one attention. In-home training is perfect for fixing problems that happen at home, like barking at the mail carrier. And then there's board and train, which is a much more immersive approach if you're looking for faster results.
All right, you've figured out your what and your how. Now for the big one, finding a qualified trainer. Let's talk about what you should be looking for.
So one term you're going to hear a lot is positive reinforcement, and it's really important to get what this means. It's not just about bribing your dog with treats. It's a method where you reward the behaviors you want to see more of. This builds a ton of trust and actually makes learning fun for your dog, which is exactly what we want.
And the difference between this and other methods is, well, it's huge. Reward-based methods are all about building trust and creating change that actually lasts. On the flip side, you have methods that use fear, pain, or intimidation. And look, they might seem to get a quick result, but they can really damage your relationship with your dog and often cause brand new problems you didn't have before. It's just not worth it.
Now it's interesting, in California, dog trainers don't actually need a license. So how do you know who's good? Well, these certifications are a really great clue. Seeing things like CPDTK or KPA-CTP means that trainer has gone the extra mile. They've studied, they've passed tests, and they've committed to a code of ethics. It's a really good sign that you're dealing with a true professional.
All right, let's talk about the practical side of things, the cost. What should you expect to budget for training here in Watsonville? We're looking at numbers for 2025 here.
So, just for a single one-on-one private lesson that's about an hour to an hour and a half long, you're typically looking at a range of about $120 to $200. This is a good starting point to keep in mind when you're shopping around.
And here's a more detailed look. You can see that puppy or group obedience classes, which usually run for a few weeks, are pretty affordable. Then you've got in-home packages, which are more in the mid-range. And at the top end, you have the board and train programs, which are a much bigger financial commitment. Of course, prices depend on the trainer's experience, but this table should give you a really solid ballpark.
Okay, so you've done your research, you've got a short list of trainers, now it's time to actually talk to them. And having a few key questions ready to go will make that conversation so much easier and help you feel way more confident in your final decision.
Think of this as your phone call cheat sheet. You definitely want to ask about their methods and their certifications. We just talked about why those are so important, but also ask them how they'll make a plan that's specific to your dog. You'll also want to know how you're going to measure success, what kind of homework you'll have, and of course, get a clear picture of all the costs and their cancellation policy. No surprises. So once you start working with a trainer, the real work begins. And that's the practice. And the great thing is, we have some awesome spots right here in Watsonville to help you work on those new skills.
Each of these places offers something a little different. The dog park over at Pinto Lake, it's fenced in, so it's a super safe place to practice getting your dog to come back to you. Ramsey Park has more going on. Families, sports, so it's a great place to work on focus with distractions. And the Watsonville Slough trails are just perfect for practicing a nice, loose leash walk with cyclists and other people around.
And this quote really sums it all up, doesn't it? There's no magic wand here. It's about putting the pieces together. A thoughtful plan, humane methods you feel good about, and then just being consistent with your practice. That's the recipe for helping your dog become that confident, well-behaved companion we all want.
Because at the end of the day, a well-trained dog just makes everything better. It means a quieter, more relaxed evening at home. It means a friendly, stress-free walk through your neighborhood. It really does improve your life together in so many ways. So I hope this helps you get started, and I wish you all the best on your training journey.